Round one here, Marlon up against Alex. It is some kind of Palkia deck. We see Palkia in the active, Articuno in the prize cards, and Thornton. So there's like ways to like use multiple to do some like tricky plays with a Thornton. Possibly it's in the last two prize cards, so we might not see Thornton happen this game, but it's possible Marlon plays the heavy ball, so the prize cards could get shuffled and Thornton could actually leave the top prize card. And then Alex is playing Lugia. Can't tell too much about anything spicy from the prize cards, and nothing too important prized. A VSTAR, a Lugia, and Archeops. The Lugia VSTAR being prized could be relevant to help deal with paralysis plays and just have another big attacker in the matchup for Alex, though. So if Alex only plays 2 Lugia VSTAR, I guess that could be like a little bit annoying to have to work around. And if Alex only plays 1 Luminion, then the 1 Luminion being prized could be a big deal here as well. So the general game plan in this one is going to be Alex needs to come up with ways. The big thing is, does Alex play Birdkeeper? That's like the big question. Does Alex play Birdkeeper? Yeah, does Alex play Birdkeeper is like a big question. We don't know. But because of the paralysis stuff, that's going to be Marlon's main win condition. The reason Palkia and Teleon isn't a deck anymore is because it can't beat Lugia. But with the addition of like the Articuno package and all that stuff does give Palkia a chance to beat Lugia. As long as Lugia doesn't play the Birdkeeper, it feels like, for the most part. If Lugia has the Birdkeeper, then it gets pretty tough. So we'll see what it ends up happening. Sometimes you can just do Palkia things and just kind of overrun your opponent with Palkias, but it's pretty unlikely most of the time. Has a pretty good start here as well with the Battle VIP Pass. Does play the SQ as well, so has the full tech squad in the deck. So Battle VIP Pass here, probably gonna grab double Sobble, or maybe Sobble Greninja. Greninja's not prize, so we could see the Greninja grab as well. But actually goes for the Vulpix, so it has Vulpix V-Star in the deck, which I don't know how much that actually matters in this matchup, and goes for it like super aggressively. That'll be interesting to see how this actually plays out, to be honest. That'll be interesting to actually see if that like actually is super relevant. So the Vulpix's attack says it can't be hit by anything with an ability during your opponent's next turn. Lugia has an ability, but that's kind of it, right? It's just Lugia, so you can still Yveltal it. You can still hit it with Lugia V, so it's just the Lugia V-Star that couldn't hit it. I'm not sure I like that aggressive Vulpix take there, to be honest. I'm not sure Vulpix is that crucial. The rest of the hand does not look great for Marlon either. We'll see how Alex's turn goes. Open the Lugia. At the very least, is probably going to be able to read the wind, but is probably hoping for a little bit more. Hopefully we get a camera switch here sometime soon so we can see what Alex is doing. I assume playing some kind of search card. And from that look on Alex's face, I'm going to make a guess that Alex only plays 1 Luminion. And now that it's prized, Alex doesn't have an out to a supporter. Okay, no. Found it on the Luminion. That was like Alex was looking like, oh, well, that's prized. It looks like I'm in trouble. But not a big deal. Does play 2 Luminion. Has the second one there. Yeah, Alex seemed like pretty displeased about the prize cards, but I can't imagine what is prized here that Alex is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's prized. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Although second Luminion being prized does mean there's no out for Alex to find Birdkeeper out of the deck, or it's going to be harder to find a Birdkeeper out of the deck if Alex does play the Birdkeeper. You appreciate the 13-month resub there, Shiny Maple, and the 10 months there, Swizzerton. All right, so quick wall away the Archeops. It goes for a Marnie. That seems fine based on what's in the hand. Thinking about Aurora to the active, but I kind of like the double turbo here, unless there's another Archeops in the hand. Oh, there is the Birdkeeper in the hand as well. Okay, so the Birdkeeper is in the hand. Okay, yeah, I definitely like the double. I don't like this Aurora, because then we're discarding. Why would you want the Aurora here? This makes no sense. Oh my gosh, and discards the Birdkeeper. Okay. So that's a pretty big throw there from Alex off the rip. So first off, I don't think the Aurora energy makes sense. Okay, the Aurora energy actually isn't terrible because the Aurora energy is actually not terrible because if Marlon attacks with Palkia next turn, you don't want an Aurora on your Lugia to then have to deal with a Palkia V-Star. But I wouldn't have discarded the Birdkeeper. Now, Alex is maybe thinking there's no Articuno in the deck, but if you see Palkia, you should just assume Articuno until you know for sure there's no Articuno. So the Birdkeeper discard there is a really big misplay from Alex. It's also, Alex didn't have to. Another thing Alex could have done is Alex actually didn't have to attach in that hand. I actually think Alex probably shouldn't have attached to keep open the option of capture energy to get another Lugia. Because currently, I think Marlon could get the KO with, well, Zigzagoon Choice Belt. It's not something that Marlon probably plays, though. Could play like Candy Quick Shooting plus Choice Belt, but that's actually pretty hard to pull off with the current board state for Marlon anyway. So actually, in this situation, Alex doesn't need a second Lugia V, I don't think. But you don't have to attach that Aurora energy, and you should never discard the Birdkeeper there as Alex. Discarding the Birdkeeper is definitely a mistake. You could have just like waited and been like, okay, I'm just gonna go get a different energy. And Alex forgets to use Read the Wind, and even has an Archeops in hand that they could have read the wind away with. So definitely another mistake from Alex there. Didn't read the wind. Attaching the Aurora is fine if there was a better card to discard. Discarding the Birdkeeper specifically was bad. Double Turbo, I don't mind not being attached to Lugia. Could have just not attached and played the Marnie and attached afterwards. And then it doesn't read the wind, which of course is not good. On Marlon's side, we got the Irida and a bucket for 2. There's no great attack here, to be honest, for Marlon. There's no great attack to even use here. You could attack with Palkia, theoretically, but it would be a pretty costly attack, I think. Has to go like, yeah, okay, gets to Greninja. I like that. And then if they don't have an out to, yeah, okay, I like that. If they don't have an out to Drizzile, they should get an out to Drizzile. I don't like the level ball being played immediately, though, because you do want to set up Sobbles as well. So if you drew into Drizzile, then you could level ball for Sobble. So we'll see the level ball for Drizzile now. I'm curious to see what the rest of the hand is. And I don't like this either. You definitely shouldn't Shady Dealings before you use Greninja, I don't think. You should wait until you Greninja for sure. So I do not like this. I don't like this play at all. Definitely would like to see them chill out on this a little bit. Because if you like draw into the Evolution Incense, then you could like Drizzile for Quick Ball, and Quick Ball discards another energy, which means you get more energy from your Palkia's VSTAR attack. So this is also a pretty big mistake here from Marlon. Like you just Greninja first year, I think, like every time. Yeah, you just Greninja first year, I'm pretty sure, just like every time. I can't imagine why you wouldn't. I don't know the full hand, but yeah, I think it's a pretty big mistake. And there we go, concealed cards. I also didn't, like I said, I didn't like the Vulpix V grab there as well. And if that was like the Greninja or a second Sobble, this would like, there'd be so much more potential for this turn here. For sure as well from Marlon. There'd be so much more potential for this turn. Okay, there was the concealed cards. Got a VIP pass. There's not too much else to work with. Got the net on the Greninja. I don't mind the reset on the Greninja, because if we're going to use our V-Star power this turn, which we probably are, getting more energy in play is nice. 2 more. So it's 2 energy in the discard pile, 1 in hand. So I think we're attacking the active here. And then I don't know where this second energy is being set up, though. Maybe just onto the Vulpix? I guess that would have to be the play here. Scooping it on the Greninja again. I think we're going back in again. Once again, I don't hate this, though. You get the 3 energy in the discard pile. More card draw. More options for next turn. And you'll be able to maximize the energy into play this turn. Quick ball for the VIP pass as well. See, I don't mind the double net on the Greninja there at all. Just build up the energy in the discard pile. Just keep going. Actually get off like a reasonable subspace. What is it? Not subspace. Well, Star Portal. I think it's Star Portal. I don't know. You push the 2-1-3 sub there, Winnie. I think it's called Star Portal. I'm not sure. That might be it. Only thing I can think of is he has 2 Archeops and Ultra Ball in hand. He's afraid of a Marnie play. But how does that make any sense though, Doubles? Marnie? How would Marnie disrupt that play? I think we see a Quick Ball here for another Palkia. And see, you're not even like going down the Vulpix route, it even looks like. You appreciate the 14-1-3 sub there. Echo. It feels like we're not even going down the Marnie route here at all, to be honest. Not the Marnie route, the Vulpix route. So, like, we're even setting up another Palkia here. So I didn't like the... And this is, like, one of the things, like, you would assume... Okay, but we are setting up the Vulpix, maybe. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So got another Palkia in play. Not getting a Sobble there, I don't really like, though. If we have Vulpix as an option for an attacker, I think we should really get a Sobble here. So I don't love this play at all of... Quick ball for Palkia. Well, we could have put 2 energy on the Vulpix. If we think that Vulpix is that good that we search it out turn 1, then we could have put the second energy on the Vulpix and search out a Sobble here, because now our options are like super limited. Okay, here comes a punch for... Did Alex only put 60 damage on the Palkia? I'm so confused. Maybe that's a numbered die. It looks like it's a 6 to me, but I think it's maybe a numbered die. It's hard to tell. All right, Evolution Incense coming in from Alex. Gets the Lugia and then has the Ultra Ball. Gets rid of Archeops. Thinking about keeping Collapse. No point in really keeping it in this situation. And we will be able to get another Pokemon to set up here. Just goes for another Archeops here. Gets rid of the Regigigas. It looks like that's Regigigas anyways. You probably don't need Regigigas in this matchup. There's a Raikou. Alex does play Raikou. I would almost like to see the Raikou get grabbed here because there's 2 Archeops in the discard pile right now, I believe. So we don't need a third Archeops. Oh, but we have the Quick Ball in hand. So Quick Ball, we can go get a different thing here. And we do need the Yveltal at some point to be an answer to the Vulpix. Does prioritize the Yveltal. There's the Lugia. So we should see the Summoning Star get used before the research. And then we should see the energy get searched out as well. Because I don't think there's any... Well, you could draw it into 1 energy isn't bad here, to be honest. Because you can go attach to Lugia, search out a couple, put a couple on Yveltal from the second Archeops. So I wouldn't hate to see research first here, to be honest. But you probably want to increase your odds of drawing into other cards. So we should probably just go ahead and search out some energy here. There's 2 from the first one. I wouldn't hate to see the research now. Because you're either going to Archeops for 1 powerful... Yeah, we see the Archeops for 1 powerful, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I think I'd rather just research first, so that way you could maybe draw into that powerful, attach that, and then Archeops to the Yveltal. Yeah, I don't hate research first there at this point, to be honest. I wouldn't hate that. All right, research coming down. Fresh 7 here from Alex. Still can attach return, though, I guess, so maybe it is correct to play it out like this. Has capture a couple of Auroras. Has triple Aurora. That's a lot of Aurora. So we definitely need to start to get those onto the Yveltal. Another Evolution Incense, but I don't know if there's an Archeops left. Okay, there's 1 Archeops left. Got an Archeops. Yeah, probably attach Aurora to Yveltal here because you got to start building them up. Why am I hiding the player identity on the left? I'm not. I'm just having my camera here on the left. I have to put my camera somewhere. Yeah, I'm playing for all the players on the left side now. It's Guru with the quick, and then can Guru and Aurora back. I don't know if they have a. I don't know if Alex has a way to shuffle the deck though. For 1, gets an Ultra Ball. No way to shuffle, but that shouldn't be a huge deal. Probably get to discard the Ultra Ball, yeah. Start to build it, get rid of these Auroras out of hand, and there's the knockout on the Palkia. Bad shield color from Alex. You don't like Alex's leaves? All right, we go over to Marlin. Palkia in the active. But, all right, you're going to open up with the Serena. Discards the water. I don't know why we're discarding the water energy instead of attaching it, though. We need an attachment for turn here. I think it's a big mistake here from Marlin, not just attaching the energy and then discarding the choice spell. I don't know what that last card in the hand was. Does find a bucket. So as long as there's an energy in the deck, there's not any left, though. That is the last energy in the deck. So we will be able to see the KO on this Lugia. The KO on the Lugia will happen here with the Palkia. From there, though, I guess it won't be that bad. The Yveltal can come back and knock out the Palkia for Alex. And then if Marlin can KO the Yveltal with the Vulpix, Marlin would actually be in a fine spot, I think, from there, potentially. I forget exactly what the Yveltal or the Vulpix does. I think it does 160 damage and then can't be attacked. Here comes a heavy ball. It will get the Articuno out of the prize cards. This is actually a situation that's kind of curious for Marlin because you could actually choose to not take the Articuno to not show it to Alex. Because Alex got rid of... This would be like a hard thing to pick up on. Alex discarded the Birdkeeper turn 1. So that means Alex didn't think about paralysis until... Alex didn't think about paralysis until this Articuno was probably shown. And now Alex is like, oh, wait. They can paralyze me. So now Alex knows about the paralysis. If Marlin doesn't think that they could actually use the card in this game at a point, which is possible they wouldn't be able to be honest, then you could just hide it. Greninja for 2, but that's the last energy left. I think Marlin's just out of energy. No, wait, there might be one more in hand here, actually. I might be tripping. There's a Shady Dealings. Can get themselves an Evolution Incense to get the Palkia. They might have an energy in hand as well. They might have an energy in hand. They don't have a scoop up net left, so they could go for like oh, they have a wash energy in hand. Okay, they have a wash energy in hand. Oh, the wash energy is actually huge here because it would stop the Yveltal. the Wash Energy will stop the Yveltal from being able to get the knockout on the Palkia. So that's actually a huge deal here. So I'm curious what Alex actually can come up here with for a play. Could just like hit with Raikou maybe, but then you lose the option of Yveltal later. You could just hit with Lumineon and send Lumineon back to the deck. It almost feels like Alex maybe needed to set up maybe a second Lugia. I don't know. If Alex also plays Choice Belt, which I'm not sure if Alex does. Some people don't play the Choice Belts anymore. If you play Choice Belt, you could go like Raikou, knock out this, and maybe knock out a Sobble. I feel like the Sobble has to come down here for Marlin to have options next turn, but it's possible you could hold the Sobble, I guess. Has the Articuno in hand as well, although I don't see that hitting the field. All right, Alex reads the Wash. Prevents effects of attacks. So yeah, Yveltal can't KO Palkia here. It might be tough for Alex to get this next knockout. We'll see. There we go. Knockout. Pretty fortunate for Marlon to draw into the Wash Energy. I don't know when they drew into the Wash Energy, but it was definitely pretty fortunate for when they got it. All right, Yveltal's up from Alex, which makes me think... I don't know for sure. This makes me think that Alex doesn't know what Palkia does. I also don't like this Primate Wisdom first. Alex should definitely use an Archeops first, and then Primate Wisdom, and then use an Archeops. But I don't think Alex knows. All right, so I don't like the Primate Wisdom first. Yeah, I think Alex is about to commit to using Yveltal here. Yeah, he should have gone because if you put the Aurora on top, it's possible you draw into like the double turbo energy, or the heat energy. So it's like a mistake from Alex to actually. You shouldn't Primate Wisdom first. You should go Archeops, Primate Wisdom, Archeops, and get the energy back out of the deck. But you lower your chances of drawing back into your other energy. I see Lugia players mess up this sequence all the time. There we go. But yeah, Alex is committing to Yveltal, which would maybe be fine if Alex could like gust up and KO the bench Vulpix. But yeah, committing to the energy to the Yveltal. But I don't think this is going to end up... It's not going to end up good for Alex. I don't think Alex has a gust in hand. I think Alex thinks, oh, I can KO. I can KO this Palkia with the Yveltal. But it's just not possible. It's not going to happen. We'll see if anything else changes. There was a cap on the Lumineon to make it a pivot. I also maybe rather see the cap on the Archeops. I don't know. If you get the Vulpix set up with a Wash Energy, then does it become like a wall against Lugia? Can Lugia not KO it at all? Like, Lugia can't KO. I don't think Lugia can KO the Vulpix if it gets set up with a Wash Energy. Of course, you can always gust it before it gets set up, but there's a research. I don't think Alex attached an Aurora out of hand. For a second, I thought Alex didn't attach return. Yeah, there we go. Discard. And is committing to attacking the active, so even though Alex, it's funny because Alex picked up the Wash Energy and was like, read it. And I think Marlon knows what's going on. Marlon's just waiting to be like, no, you can't do that. It does nothing. Which at that point, I hope Alex scoops the game and just goes game 2 because I think you just lose. Okay, knockout. Nope. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I don't think Alex was truly didn't know what Wash Energy does. But now is realizing the mistake. And if I was Alex here, I think I would maybe concede. Maybe it's not in a terrible spot. We'll see. Here comes a Scoop of Net from Marlin. Going to reset the Inteleon. Got that off the prize cards. I'm going to go ahead and throw down probably a Drizzile. Get an option here. I'm curious to see where they go from here. Like, knocking out the active seems pretty good. You could go Gust KO Lumineon. Also, Gust KO Archeops is a pretty solid line here because of... Alex's situation. And yeah, Alex does just concede. Yeah, I don't know if Alex needed to concede. The more I'm thinking about it, the less I'm like a fan of the concession, I guess. But yeah, my initial thought there is definitely probably should just concede, I think. And yeah, it goes with the concession. And we go on to game 2. It was probably correct to just concede there, I think. Yeah, I think it was probably correct to just concede there. All right, game 2, Alex Heat to the Charizard and pass. So not a great start here from Alex. No turn 1 Lugia V. And over to Marlin. Has the turn 1 Earda. Did not open a Sobble, so would have loved probably to use Keep Calling turn 1 here. Keep Calling is like ridiculously strong turn 1. But yeah, Keep Calling is like ridiculously strong turn 1. Going second as Palkia, but still turn 1 Irida is pretty good. Battle VIP pass plus a Palkia. Gonna go ahead and probably grab Greninja and some Sobbles. I wouldn't have hated to see Marlin use Greninja before, like Greeting Greninja instead of the Palkia. Depends how many basic Pokemon we want to find. We definitely want double Sobble here, though. So I don't actually like this sequence here from Marlin. What I would have liked to have seen is for the Pokemon you grab, off Irida, I think Marlin should have grabbed. Oh, Greninja's prize. Never mind. Actually, then you consider getting Heavy Ball, to be honest. Then I would actually consider getting Heavy Ball. Yeah, the Greninja's actually prize, so that kind of sucks. But double Sobble Palkia is still pretty good. I don't know if we go for Heavy Ball there or not. We do know Marlin plays the Heavy Ball. This time the Articuno was not prized. We don't know how many Articuno Marlin plays, though. And on Alex's side did prize double Aurora, plus there's a Heat Energy on the active. So that means Alex actually just can't use Yveltal until one of those Auroras are taken off a prize card. So checking the prize cards here. Pretty bad start still from Alex, but we'll see if Alex can actually put together a Lugia V here. The hand did not seem like it was great. I don't know if there's a draw supporter in it or not. There might be. Here, grabs the Archeops. There's a research. Okay, there is a research, but there is a discard of... Oof, that's a rough discard. Thinking about... I like that. I think you could not attach this because then that does leave open the option of a Capture Energy. You're likely to draw into a Quick Ball or an Ultra Ball. I don't know how much it matters to have another energy on your Charizard unless you're going to retreat it to like the Oranguru, which I guess would be the play. They did get the Capture Energy here from Alex, but only going to be able to get out one Lugia V here. So if Marlin has a way to KO this Lugia V, that would probably just be game. But I think that's probably going to be tough to pull off. Because you would need, like, once again, I don't think there's Zigzagoon in the deck here. You would need, like, Candy, Quick Shooting, Gust. It would be pretty difficult. Pretty difficult to pull off, I think. And there's the pass. Oh, there's Collapse Stadium in play. I didn't notice that initially. I don't think that makes a difference here, though, for Marlin. I think he's going to be looking at KO Charizard as the play here. We'll see what they grab off of this Evolution Incense. Grab a Water Energy and a Water Energy. Can't do that. Good catch by the judge. I'm going to go for a Drizzile, probably for a bucket, I assume. Or maybe go for... oh, no, they just grab Palkia. Hold up. There's the bucket. Okay. They do have a bucket. And a Quick Shooting Inteleon is prized. Yeah, so they'd also have to play a second Quick Shooting Inteleon. So I don't think the Lugia's getting KO'd here. They do have a boss in hand. They have the Drizzile as well coming down. Let's see what they get off this. I'm trying to like think of like they can't KO the Lugia. I think you always just KO the Charizard here then, because you can't KO the Lugia. They do need a follow-up attacker, so they're going for the Quick Ball. I think they are going to go ahead and use their V-Star power again here on turn 2. But they did just Quick Ball an Irida. Is that what I saw there? Was that an Irida Quick Ball? Taking a long search here. They go for the Vulpix. Maybe they are going to go for the Gust KO. But the thing is, though, in this situation, though, like if you don't have a backup Palkia and this Palkia goes down, you kind of just lose. They really need to go get... I think they Quick Balled an Irida there. I don't know what that is, but I think it's an Irida. At the Drizzile, Shady Dealings. Again. Yeah, I think they're definitely messing this up somehow, for sure. I don't know if they know what they want to do. That's why it's so important at the beginning of your turn to ask yourself, what the heck am I doing this turn? And then try and execute that. Another Shady Dealings happening here. I mean, they should have gone for... They could have net the Manaphy and then just KO'd Charizard, which I think is what I would like to have seen. Also, bench another Palkia. Now they're grabbing an Irida. But didn't they Quick Ball away an Irida? I'm pretty sure they Quick Balled away an Irida. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not actually sure here. I'm pretty sure they quick balled away Irida. Hang on, maybe they can show us here for sure. It looks like an Irida there. They quick balled away an Irida, and then they could net reset Shady Dealings for Irida. They're definitely playing pretty poorly here overall. They haven't attached for turn, so still, they could recover from this, though. They can go Irida for Scoop Up Net plus Palkia V, and then knock out the active, because they haven't played a supporter yet. They haven't played a supporter yet for turn, so they can go Irida for Scoop Up Net plus Palkia V, and then get an attack off and KO the Charizard this turn. And then they just pass. Okay. I guess, is there ever an argument to do that? I don't think there is, right? I don't think there's an argument to ever do that. I think you need to get a prize card, right? I feel like getting a prize card is more important than not. I don't know. That feels incorrect to not get a prize card here. To not go for a prize card. On even just the Charizard. I mean, the Charizard's like a pretty good attacker. It hits pretty hard. So I'm not a huge fan of this choice here from Marlon to go for the pass here. Because now if Alex just has Lugia VSTAR plus Gust Effect, you just take the and has it. Alex has it. Alex has Lugia VSTAR plus Gust Effect. So Alex can just KO this Palkia. Capture to the Charizard. Oh no, is Alex gonna forget about Collapse Stadium? No. Come on. No. Yeah, it's 2 Raihan. No, I think Alex is going to forget about Collapse Stadium here. Alex has the play to punish. So I don't know if this actually, so this play from Marlon, I don't know if it's incorrect, to be honest, to play a little bit more passively and not put your Palkia in the fire of the... To put the Palkia in the fire of the Lugia. Like, you go, okay, put your Palkia KOs a Charizard, you get the first prize card, you knock out a threat, but then, you know, Alex is going to respond with KO. But you just risk Alex having Gust Effect plus VSTAR KO your Palkia anyways if you don't attack with the Palkia and you have no backup Palkia. And if Marlon had just played the Irida that they chose not to play on that last turn that they could have played because they didn't play a supporter, I believe, they could have got Scoop Up Net plus Palkia V, Scoop Up Net the man if he bench Palkia V, and then you have a backup Palkia and you go Palkia KO Charizard, and then your following turn you can go Palkia VSTAR plus Articuno and then start the paralysis chain from there and hope Alex can't draw into the out from the paralysis chain, especially because Collapse Stadium is in play, which would make it hard for Alex to get Luminion in play to find Bird Keeper. So I think a lot of mistakes here on Marlon's side, and then once again Alex is making some mistakes as well. Double Archeops, but you can't do that because of the Collapse Stadium. And Alex has to rock lone Archeops now. And yeah, there we go. Gonna go search the deck for some energy. Now I don't even know what you grab here as Alex, to be honest, because you could set up the Charizard. But I think you got to put the energy on the bench Lugia and start to set that up. Yeah, Alex was trying to line up a play with the Stoutland KO Manaphy, which is not bad. Stoutland KO Manaphy is not a bad play, but KOing the lone Palkia in play is just a way better play for sure. It's just a way better play for sure. Alex going KO the lone Palkia in play is like such a better play than Stoutland KO the active Manaphy. So Alex, like before Alex even messed up around the Collapse Stadium, Alex already misplayed with the choice in line of play here to begin with. Yeah, that was already a mistake to begin with here from Alex. I don't think Alex plays choice belt. I don't see any choice belts in there. So now goes for a lone capture energy on the active Charizard to get this knockout on the Manaphy, or could Gust KO the Vulpix. But then because Alex only has one Archeops in play, it's going to be hard for Alex to follow up and actually get a knockout, to be honest. So has the boss on the Vulpix, which is still decent. Yeah, that's like I think the best. I don't know if that is the best line of play here though. Like if you just load up too powerful on the Lugia, I almost feel like that's better. So now Marlon can send up the Palkia, and actually what Marlon could do here would be Gust KO Archeops. If Marlon actually has boss. No, so Marlon has boss here. So Marlon could go boss KO Archeops, and then I think the game just ends. If Marlon goes with Gust KO Archeops, you do reset the Charizard, and you don't know if Alex plays Choice Belt or not yet. But if you could set up any form of an attacker on the following turn, which is possible because you could go... Actually, I don't know if it is possible, to be honest. I'd have to see Marlon's hand. But if it was possible for Marlon to set up an attacker that could KO Charizard on the following turn, I think you always KO the lone Archeops here. I still think Marlon is in a favorable position, but I think it is possible to lose now for sure. Whereas I think if you KO that Archeops and you have a follow-up attacker, I think you always win. We'll see, though. We'll see. I don't know if Marlin did have a follow-up attacker in the hand, to be honest. And if they didn't, then I think this is probably the correct play to settle for the knockout. But I can't quite see the full hand, so I don't know. It looks like that might be Shady Dealings and Teleon in there. And if that is Shady Dealings and Teleon, then that should be able to set up something. All right, knockout on the Charizard gets the first prize card. Does take a Raihan off the prize cards, which would have been enough to set up a Shady Dealings and Teleon attacking. So from here, Alex can attack. Not if you have attached to the bench Lugia, though. So now Alex can't attack this turn. Yeah, Alex just literally can't attack this turn. Because the one Archeops can get double turbo plus an energy. Unless Alex has Birdkeeper in hand, and they're going to Birdkeeper into the bench Lugia. Yeah, this has been a pretty rough game so far. So here comes Lugia. You can only put 3 energy on the active now. So there's no way for Alex to actually attack this turn, I don't think, with the active Lugia. Because one of the double turbos is in the discard pile. Goes with a powerful and a powerful. But if you had put the capture on the active, you could have gone powerful plus double turbo plus capture. You could have actually hit for turn. This does set up to take the 1 KO next turn, so I guess it's a 2 KO over 2 turns or 1 KO this turn, so maybe that's fine, and you just pass here as Alex. What's the maximum damage Marlin can do? If you replace the Stadium, 160, 220. I guess it's hard. It is hard for Marlin to get the knockout on the active Lugia, to be honest. So I'm not sure what else is happening here. Oh, how they moved the Manaphy to the bench, I think, is the question here. But yeah, like if Marlin had taken out the Archeops and then, Alex just pushes Charizard, hits for 250, and then that gets KO'd, the game is just over. Level ball for a Drizzile. Shady Dealings. I would imagine maybe going for an Evolution Incense. We do have an Irida in hand, though, I think, here for Marlin. So I think the Shady Dealings might be in the hand. This is what I see happen way too often when people go to play cards, is that they just they don't know what they're doing. They're just like, oh, I can play this card, play it, look through their deck, and they're like, okay, what do I get? Before you even play your card, you should have an idea of what you're doing, because maybe you just shouldn't play the card. But goes through the Evolution Incense, off the Drizzile, gets the Palkia. But you can tell when people are kind of unsure. You can tell when people look through their deck if they're confident about what they're doing or not. And Marlin did not look very confident with that Shady Dealings. They were like, okay, Evolution Incense, okay, Palkia, okay, let's do that. But then at that point, is it even worth using the Shady Dealings? Maybe you just shouldn't Shady Dealings there and keep open the Shady Dealings for different options in future turns. That might be better. I still has the boss KO on the Archeops. I think Marlin should go boss KO Archeops here. Still. Should have done it last turn, I think. But could do it this turn. It depends what their hand was, though. Like I said, because if the Charizard could have come back and taken a 1-hit KO, you could have been in trouble there as Marlin. But there's the boss. They have not played a supporter yet. I don't believe. Did they play? You were to start the turn? No, they just went like level ball, Evolution Incense. Okay, no. So boss, Archeops. Okay, now they get rid of the Archeops, and now this should basically lock up the game. Alex definitely can't take a 1-hit KO next turn. And maybe can attack if they draw into a double turbo. I guess that makes it a good enough reason for Alex to actually have attacked last turn. To make sure that they could have attacked last turn. Because if Alex attacks last turn, then if Marlin goes Gust KO your Archeops this turn, Alex can still attack on this turn again. Draws a Twin Energy, has not that much else to work with, has the Minion. Yeah, so still nothing great here for Alex. Could just go attach Twin Energy Pass for now, or attach Aurora to Lugia. Actually, probably just attach Aurora to Lugia Pass on the bench Lugia. And then look for a powerful on the next turn, I think is what we have to look for. You appreciate the 24-1-3 sub there, Baja Monster. Debating it still, though. Okay, Aurora. Wait, do we have a good card to discard here with the Aurora? I don't know what the debate is here. Oh, there's an Archeops in hand, right? Yeah, I think there's an Archeops in hand. Luminion 4. Eyes up the research. I think we should still attach the Aurora, though. I don't know. I guess we're not going to run out of energy in this situation as Alex, because we don't have any Archeops to load up a bunch of energy and play with. So And I don't think it's possible for Alex to run out of energy. Yeah, I think we're still attaching Aurora here, though. Attaches the twin instead, and then goes for the research. I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess it doesn't really matter one way or the other in this situation. Okay, and there's a pass. All right, so Marlin can't one-hit KO anything here. Could go for back-to-back one-hit KOs, though, potentially on the Stoutland and the Luminion. Or this turn, Marlin could just go Gust KO Luminion and then set up quick shooting and start to put some quick shooting damage on the Lugia. Also still has the option of the Articuno and the VSTAR power. So like Marlin can still go into the Articuno at some point as well. The Birdkeeper is in the hand for Alex here though. So maybe you just wait on that play until a little bit later as well. Serena Choice Belt. So Marlin's definitely chasing something here. The question is, what are they going to chase down? Are they just going to go for 2 prizes? To be honest, chasing the Lugia that has 3 powerful energy, or 2 powerful and a twin, I think just wins you the game. Because then if Alex attaches there for turn, then you just win. Yeah, so actually, to be honest, I think Marlin should just, like, you maybe win a turn faster by going Gust Luminion and then Gust Stoutland, or Gust Stoutland, then Gust Luminion. But to be honest, I think you just Gust the Lugia with the energy and hit it twice, and then the game's just over. So, yeah, I think this is just the play here. You appreciate the 8 months there, Gantiri. And the 29 months from player 1. Appreciate it, player. Yeah, so punch here seems pretty good here. There's a punch. Looking at, I don't know, how much damage? 200 damage? Am I miscounting? I don't think so. 200? Looks like the judge wants to confirm it's 200 as well. They need to get some better stream dice for the stream. I don't know if anyone in chat is at Liverpool, but if someone wants to let who's ever running the stream know, it's probably Connor. Tell them to get some decent or some better stream dice. That would be dope, because like you can't read these things on the stream at all. You can't read them at all. All right. Alex is just kind of playing cards at this point. There's not too much Alex can do here anymore, I think, at this point. I'm trying to come up with, like, some way that Alex ever has a chance, but I'm pretty sure there's no shot. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's no shot here Alex ever has a shot. I'm pretty sure there's no shot Alex has a shot. Doesn't even have a powerful energy in the hand, actually. They're going for another Luminion here. They're going to go for a Marnie, and they have to draw into a powerful energy to knock out a Palkia. But then all Marlin has to do is send a Palkia, KO this Lugia, and then it should just be game. I don't see how Alex makes a comeback from there. It might be possible. If you're Alex here, you may as well play it out, because you never know if your opponent's going to like horrendously misplay or something like that. Something you could like take advantage of like that. So if you're Alex here, you may as well play it out. For sure. I think Alex might as well play it out from here, but not looking good. Did not get a powerful energy, but does have the Guru. Oh, but can't use Guru because the Collapse Stadium is in play. Yeah, okay. I think that's game then. I think Alex is cooked here. Going to be a 2-0 from Marlin. Yeah, Alex concedes. Didn't get the powerful energy. Needed a powerful specifically, right? Yeah, didn't get the powerful. Yeah. So let's go back a little bit. So, I mean, this was to kind of overview the game. Definitely some mistakes on Marlin's side. Like I said, the boss play on the Archeops when it was lone Archeops could have been correct. The Charizard resets with the choice belt, though. You're kind of in trouble. So I didn't know what Marlin's hand was to potentially recover from that. And then on Alex, there's a ton of mistakes from Alex. Both games, the Yveltal into the Wash Energy Palkia. This game, forgetting about Collapse Stadium. Alex was in a really good spot in this game, actually, to go Gust KO the benched Palkia of Marlin's. Even made the initial mistake of trying to go down the Stoutland route, and that's actually what ended up biting Alex in the end, because Alex goes for the Stoutland, and then, because you have Stoutland in play, you don't have enough room for your double Archeops. But yeah, definitely wanted to see Alex go chase that Palkia down here in the second game on the second turn, and had the play. Had VSTAR for double Archeops with boss in hand, and then capture energies for the Stoutland, because, oh, Stoutland KOs Manaphy for 2 prize cards, but then you lose a couple powerful energies, and then Marlin would send up a Palkia KO your Stoutland, and then as Alex, your only way to KO the Palkia is with Yveltal, but if Marlin gets the Wash energy once again as Alex, because I don't think Alex plays choice belts, Alex has no way to deal with that Palkia with a wash. So even if Alex was able to go down that route of Stoutland KO Manaphy, I think Alex would have ended up on the losing end of that trade, to be honest. I don't know, maybe Charizard gets involved or Raikou gets involved at some point to kind of like turn things around, but that still seems like it would have been a bad trade there from there on out for Alex. So yeah, Alex, definitely some big mistakes. Hopefully pulls it together for the future rounds though. Yeah, because Alex is definitely making some big mistakes. And Alex has like been on stream and stuff before and is a pretty seasoned player in general. So yeah, just many brain farts there from Alex. I don't think like it's nerves or anything for Alex for sure. Marlon was playing a little bit shaky though. Their hands were a little bit shaky, so I don't know, maybe a little bit of stream nerves for them. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get on to round 2.